Here we go. We are basically in our third game now of Arx Fatalis. Approximately 2.5 hours into the game, we've made a fair amount of progress. As some of you may have seen, we started out not knowing our name. We essentially see a cutscene where there might be some kind of magic over us that knocks us out, and then we're carried off to a prison by a goblin. As we play, we learn from our next door neighbor who's in a adjacent jail cell. His name would be Koltar. Once we find our way out of the cell, we speak to him and learn that our name is Shagar, and he kind of helps us get out of the main jail region. And then oddly enough, he stays behind, and we haven't seen him since. As we traveled through the dungeon, we've encountered more goblins, we've encountered rats, and some spiders. Furthermore, along the way, we picked up tons of weapons, mostly clubs, but now we've kind of dropped some of those from our inventory so that we can focus on weapons that do a bit more damage. The first weapon we had was a bone. It looked like possibly a femur. And we have, interestingly enough, the same amount of inventory slots with no clothes as we do all of our clothes, because as you'll see in a moment, I'll show our inventory. We have some leggings as well as I don't know if you'd call it a cuirass, but it's like a leather chest armor, as well as bracers and so forth. So we seem to be doing pretty well in that regard. I don't see any backpacks or fanny packs or other packs, so where we store all these things is anyone's guess. I've been saving often because even though I've been doing pretty well, it seems like death is pretty much around any corner. We also met and freed a goblin who is in a different jail named Pulsius, who later helps us to forge a document so that we can be a gem trader, as they seem to be the only humans that these goblins are okay with. We also have learned that there's some sinister business going on with, see, here's the goblin authorization that we have signed, because initially it is not signed, so we can't access the area we're in now. That's a note from before. So this Lord of Serbia seems to be involved in some slave trade for Akba, who seems to be some type of priest that sacrifices humans for sinister purposes that we are not yet aware of. So that is kind of where we are. We've also found a castle that we stumbled upon outside the Goblin Kingdom, and we found that there was a human there who was apparently the commander. His name was Ortiern, and although we were trying to explain that we have amnesia, don't know what's going on, he's like, you must go here, you must save the kingdom, go warn the king of this invading force called Ilside, some type of enemy that we haven't really encountered yet, but it seems to be the main antagonist of the game. So that's pretty much it. We have the logbook, which I kind of read through already. Yeah, that's quite a lot of material, so, in summary, I kind of gone through so we know ultimately where we are now and what we need to do moving forward. For those of you who have not seen this game, you can see this giant amount of inventory we have. I have several. We have here long sword, short swords. These all have durability. We've learned also that we based on our stats, we have the ability to improve or damage items when we come across an anvil using the blacksmith's hammer. So that's definitely a convenience. We were able to repair our leather leggings. Chest plate is doing pretty good, which is always nice. I kept a couple clubs, even though I dropped, I think, probably 5 total, because I don't know, it just seems like we won't be needing all that, especially now that we have the ability to make some repairs. And then over here, we go over to the right, this is our spell book. We have a few different spells, so you can see on the bottom there, there's Magic Missile and there's a couple runes, and if you go over to the runes here, it'll give you a corresponding directional path to push in order to cast a spell, which I'll show you shortly. Fireball is always a good thing. It seems to be quite powerful. It takes about half of our mana, which does restore on its own, although it seems like there's potions and possibly the ability to make our own healing items for either health or mana, because we came across a pestle and mortar. Firefield I have not tried yet, and same for, let's see, Ignite we have tried, Magic Missile we have tried. That one's pretty fun too, although it doesn't aim quite as well. We have, this is our stats, and it's pretty standard stuff if you're familiar with any like Dungeons and Dragons and so on. So we have strength, mental, dexterity, and constitution. And then we have several different statistics here that have to do with different elements of the game, like stealth. I made a character that's a little bit more kind of on the balanced side, but a little more leaning towards stealth. Technical skill, which comes in handy. We haven't come across traps or picking locks at this point, but it'll come in handy later. Intuition for hidden objects. Ethereal link seems to be sort of akin to perception in D&D, so determining where enemies are. Object knowledge is quite handy. That's relevant when we come to those anvils. That helps us determine if we're going to succeed or not succeed when we make repairs. Casting, no matter what class you use, magic seems to be integral to this game. So we're going to have to use it, or we're not going to get too far, because it seems like there's points in the game where it's necessary. And then combat, projectiles, we've come across arrows but no bow, so hopefully we'll see that soon. And then defense, and I'm expecting we have an item that gives us a little magic boost. That's why it's blue, but I'm not entirely sure yet. We're still kind of learning as we go, as this is my first playthrough of this game. I've had it for quite some time, I just haven't got around to it. I have several games, more than several actually, in my backlog. This is our quest book. So this is kind of, as I summarized, we escaped from the jail. We gained access to the second level because we got that written authorization. And after speaking to Ortiern, he's the one who tasked us with getting to the King of Arx, and conveniently the straight through pathway is blocked off by rocks. There's been quite a few earthquakes, nothing that's caused damage that we've seen, but that's blocked the path, so we have to kind of take the long route, which is good because otherwise it wouldn't be much of a game. So that's kind of where we are now. We're in some caves here, and previously I used Fireball on the spiders below, and that was good times. And we're gonna just continue forward here. On the bottom left there, you can see our stats. We have our health in red, our mana in blue, and then the bottom is our light gauge. So this game was developed by Arcane Studios. As far as I could tell, it's their very first project, and they took a lot of inspiration from the games made by Looking Glass Studios, such as Thief games, which I'm a big fan of. Played quite a bit of Thief 1, fair amount of Thief 2. I beat Thief 3 on Xbox years ago, and if the name Arcane sounds familiar, it's because they are the developers of the Dishonored series, which I also very much enjoy, and I have finished the first one. I'm just trying to see here if I have an extra torch, which I do. It's always good to light up the path. Not sure I want to jump down there, especially with the spiders there. You know what? Since we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little casting. So, according to my list here, fireball is going to be right, followed by down, right, up, and then right, down, right. So X is doing up the casting menu, so we're going to go right, and then down, right, up, and then right, down, right, and cast. Fireball. Get him. Sweet. Burnt spider. Done. Alright. You can see that takes a good amount of mana, but the good thing is it comes back. So maybe we can throw another fireball down there while we're hanging out. Maybe they're gonna come up here. They seem to be on a slow crawl out of their area. I have a feeling they're gonna pop up straight ahead of us. And if you're wondering, oh, goodbye torch. Let's see. I don't really feel like using one right now because I can see okay. I think I'm seeing some spiders cruising up here. Maybe not. Okay. We just made a little loop around. As you may notice, I am actually standing while playing this game. I like to mix it up when I'm playing games because being in one position for too long is not good for our bodies, and mixing it up is always good. Improves your balance and coordination, your proprioception. So right now I'm standing, maybe later I'll be seated, but I don't want to give the impression that standing is the best way. It is one way. Ah, there they are. There they are. There's the spiders. Let me smash you. And we do have the ability to do more damage if we hold the button down longer. And we're poisoned, which I'm not too worried about because, thankfully, we do seem to regenerate. Hey, where are you going? Come back here. Come on back. There we go. Alright. So in just a moment I'm going to hang out here because there is a degree of regeneration, so we're already cured from poison, which is great news. So we're going to regenerate a little bit. We do have the ability to eat food, and there are potions, and we have medicinal herbs, which, you know what, now that I have the mortar and pestle, I'm going to see if I can combine that with our medicinal herbs. There we go, there's that. No, doesn't seem like we can do anything with this just yet. Imagine we have to come across some kind of alchemy lab or something like that, so keep that in mind. But at this point it seems like we're doing okay with the normal health regeneration. Put that away for now. Alright, so go over here. And we're going to head left, because that appears to be where the spiders came from. And yes, straight ahead here. Anything special here? Unstable wall.
I cannot break it just like that.
Okay.
It's too sturdy for me to break.
Too sturdy to break, so it's unstable, but not really. What if I
cannot break it just like that.
Okay.
I cannot break it just like that.
Can't break it just like that. Let's see, what else? What do we have that might help with this? Oops, there we go. Flammable materials, that won't help. I don't think the fireball is going to do much good. Wall of fire, also I don't think is going to really come in too handy here. Alright, so we'll come back to that later perhaps. I do like this auto map. It does give us a pretty good indication of where we are, although we don't see any more advanced things like where doorways are that I can tell anyway. Skulls, don't need those. A fern. We do have a fern in our inventory, so if they come into play for maybe making a spell or reagents or something like this, at least we have one. Don't need that. Anybody remember Between Two Ferns? I'm not between two ferns right now, so it's not quite nearly as funny, but kudos to those who are familiar with that series. Morning Glory Flower, sure, why not? That might be handy. Okay, just some bones. Alright, not seeing too much. Might not be a bad idea to use one of my torches right now just to make ourselves aware. Let's not throw it. Let me take that. That's a better idea. How about that? Use. There we go. So you do have a time limit. That's the, in this case, the durability of the torch. Oh, that yellow potion. Levitate. All right. Search. Nope. Good thing we ignited the torch, otherwise we probably would have missed that. And that's another medicinal herb. Even though we can't use it, it's certainly good to have on hand. Okay, so let's see what's down here. Another corpse. Thank you. Okay, so we just basically came back around to where we were. Let's take our torch off for a moment. There we go. We don't want to burn it out. Okay, so we just basically came back around to where we were. All these hapless victims of the spiders. What a shame. Okay. Alright, there's the good old fern we mentioned earlier. Ladder. Okay. Let's see if we can... Oh, we can jump up here. Maybe, come back. Come back around. Oh. No. Jump in a little squirrely. No, can't do it. Alright, not letting us do that part of the jumps. That's okay. We'll come back. Okay. Making our way around. Let's make sure. So they love to stash items in these obscure places. I don't know about that. That ladder doesn't look too promising there. Okay. Just to make sure not missing any pathways. Okay. So far, so good. Here's the unstable wall, which I still don't think we have anything that will come in handy against that at this point. But the good news is we have plenty of options here. Oh, hey. So this guy, I don't think he'll talk to us unless we show him that paperwork. And it should let us know when we have the right piece of paper. Now that bring it up here. Where did it go? Or maybe they already took our paperwork and we don't need to show it again. So by using that, it puts it in our spell book, so I don't have to think about it for later. Oh, there it is. Good. Okay, so I think since I've already reached this point, I don't need to show each goblin my authorization.
Open the gate and let me pass.
Non-human allowed.
I'm no ordinary human, I'm a gem dealer. Open the gate.
See?
Trolls on strike. No gem trade
Whoa,
today.
all right.
You're not coming in.
Strike.
Now come, open up.
No.
Okay, so this part seems like there's a strike. We have a labor shortage in troll world or goblin world as well. So this precast you see over on the right, since I read that scroll, it means I can auto sort of initiate or cast the that spell when I press the button, and I don't really want to levitate just now. Who's this? Who's this one? That does not look like a goblin. Seems like it. I don't know. There's some interesting economics going on in this game. Like the goblins don't like the humans, but they'll trade with certain humans that they deem worthwhile. Yet they have a sort of low-key, maybe not so low-key deal with certain humans to sell other humans into, it's not quite slavery, but it's actually more like purchasing humans to use for sacrifice for nefarious means for this priest named Akba. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna save it because this guy looks like he's a problem. Thankfully, we can save at all times. It's always handy. Wasn't always quite the thing back in the days of the original Xbox and PS2. And for those who may be curious, this game was exclusive to the original Xbox and I believe PC. Currently, it's, as far as I can tell, the only way to play it is to do so through either this way on your Xbox or on Steam. Okay, this looks like it might be a troll. I don't know here. Let's see. We'll come over there in a minute. Ah, some frogs. Can I just want to be friends? Oh, and there was earlier we came across chickens and pigs, and I tested my fireball on a pig, at which point it became, I almost hate to say it, but a guinea pig. And the cool thing was, its meat was already cooked after I used the fireball, so now at least I achieved food out of it and didn't kill it for sport. And there was another pig that seemed to have actually a name, but that's not the one I killed. And then outside the tavern where we went to meet our friend Posius to get our authorization signed, there was a dog out front. It looked like maybe a beagle. And I felt sad because I couldn't take the dog with me. You know, the dog's just faithfully waiting outside while its human was inside getting hammered. And it seemed like people there weren't in such a good mood. One person even said you just come to the bar to get drunk and complain, which doesn't really sound like a fun time. And you know, if that's what bars are about, then I really don't know because I don't really go to them, and it doesn't sound like a fun time to me. Okay, so we're just gonna roam around in the water here. We do have a water lily already in our inventory. This may be another component for spells, not sure yet, but you know, again, we can't seem to craft anything at this point, so let's see here. Knowing the water brings back memories of playing Ultima Underworld 1, which could be a very dangerous thing to do because there was these things called lurkers, and they would really wreck your day if you encountered them while in the water, because they definitely had the advantage. And the tie-in here is this was going to be Ultima Underworld 3, but unfortunately Electronic Arts stepped in and squashed that once they purchased Origin, who was the company that made all the Ultima games at the time, including the 2 Underworld games. So this is basically a spiritual successor to Ultima Underworld, and I can definitely see many influences along with some correlation to the Thief games, as I mentioned previously. Oh, look at that. Amakar's Rock. Sure. May as well. Oh, a gemstone. Hey,
It's too sturdy for me to break.
too sturdy. Okay. Do we have anything we can combine with here? See, alright, uncooked ribs. This is not from the pig from before. No. Still don't know what this ring is. I'm kind of concerned about putting it on because some of these games trick you and give you cursed items. Can't use that. From what I've learned so far, it seems that if you can interact with something, the text will change from use to combine. So I can't combine anything to get to this, so it looks like we'll have to come back and work on that later. I have to commit that to memory. I don't think there's a way to I don't think there's a way to make any kind of icons or place a cursor for a commit to memory type of thing. And again, at the time, it was forgivable for sure. Okay. We'll just have to remember in the water by the bridge where the striking goblin resides. And I think the performance is really good on this game. I know it's not going to be buttery smooth or anything. And unfortunately, even though they did add some more games to backwards compatibility, I don't think we're going to see. Can I go up here? Thank you. We're going to see this game join that list because they've kind of hinted at that the last batch of 76 games was it. So that's a shame. But you never know, they may change their mind, especially because Arcane Studios is still very much in existence. So here we go. We get the stairs icon, which means we can take the stairs and go to a new area. But we'll save that for later on. So we still haven't finished checking this area out. Anything here? No. Okay. Something to say? Alright. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 2 ferns. I can go between 2 ferns. Awful. Okay. Alright, we've got a couple somethings in our way here. It's got some nice loincloth. Would that be the correct term? Let me save it, just in case we have to get in some combat. Might be over our heads here. Maybe they will help bust up this union. Maybe they're not fans of the goblins. Maybe they're anti-union workers. Hi there. I like your chest tattoos. That troll, huh? Was right. Okay, well, he doesn't seem hostile right off the bat. That's nice.
You not pass. You not friend. Me turn you to rat food if you not go away.
Okay. Not your friend. Can I be your friend? Do I have to give you treats? Maybe I can give you... What? Let's see. Let's start with the obvious, because money... Nope, can't give them money. Because that would also bring up the combine option. Cheese. Look like you've had a lot of cheese. How about some cheese? No.
Goblet.
It's a sweet braided beard you got there. Ribs? No. Water? I'm guessing we have to do a bit more before we can pass through there. How about you over here? Can I be your friend? Can I talk to you? I like their design. That's pretty cool.
No friend. No come in.
Fine. I have a feeling it's probably not a good idea to engage in combat since they're not currently an enemy. But I could be wrong. Let's see if we can find an alternate route here. That's not it. Give me some more info.
You not mess with us, human.
Oh, you're not very nice either. Okay. Can't open that. Let's see. Alright, let me consult the map. Oops, wrong button there. Let's see here. So it looks like we're going to have to take those stairs that we saw before. Okay. How about that? Maybe a back door, side route. We'll find out. Let's take the stairs. Definitely enjoy this artwork they have for the loading screens. It makes them a little less tedious. Okay. Oh, you know what that is. That's a potential fire pit, so we can light that one. So that's going to be the ignite spell, which is right and then down, right, up. So right, down, right, up, cast. Boom. Alright. And we have uncooked ribs that we can fire in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cook it up. Alright. Cooked ribs, cooked ribs. If you're wondering, you cannot eat uncooked ribs. It just won't let you. Cooked fish. We do have fresh fish, which also we cannot consume. Unfortunately, they probably didn't have knowledge to safely make sushi, so we're going to cook this up. Can we melt cheese? Have a grilled cheese sandwich with fish in it? Maybe? Alright, cooked fish. There we go. Look at that. Can't take that. Can't even interact with that. That's too bad. Alrighty. Whoa, hey now. Where'd you go? Didn't we just get attacked? Did you transform? Huh, have some of that. Good night. Okay. Oh, some more ribs. Good thing we're near a fire pit. Well, we totally missed the fire there. How lame. Okay. Once again, that's...
This is raw.
Yes, thank you. Wow, our throwing ability is quite poor at this moment. Let me move back over here. It seems like we have a better chance at hitting the fire. Cooked ribs. Missed with that one. There we go. Where'd it go? There we are. Alright, so we have quite a bit of cooked ribs in our inventory. Let's consume one of those. Even though our health regenerates on its own, it's sometimes not a bad idea to help it out. Especially when we have, at this point, our inventory slots are starting to become limited. Let's get this weapon ready in case that bat returns. That wasn't very nice. That definitely wasn't cool. Okay, let's see here. Just check something here. All right. Anything in here? Oops. Nope. Can't do anything with that. Little geometry stuff going on there. Let's get this ready to smash the bat if it comes back. stealth mode because it does actually reduce the noise in your footsteps, even though my stealth has got a ways to go. Okay, come here. We got a rat. Can we sneak on him? No, not yet. We're not good enough for sneaking. There we go. And the swings do depend kind of on which direction you're moving, it seems, so that's always cool. Hey, where are you going? Come back here. Please come back. I just want to hit you in the head. There. Search. I'm going to leave that there. We don't really need more ribs. Save that for someone else. More water lilies, which we don't need. Alright. Much to see. Sure, water. Water is always good. And while we're on that subject, water. Okay. Flour, we already have lots of flour, but hey, maybe we can make some cookies later. There. Always good to have some extra torches. What's this? Ooh, mushrooms. Why not? Why not? So far, they seem to be pretty harmless. They're not poisonous, nor are they psychedelic type that we've encountered. It just gives us a little health boost. There's another pelvis. We have a couple pieces of wood which do come in handy. Oh, look at that. It can be between 3 ferns. Nothing happened. Bummer. Alright. And mushrooms. We got 8 mushrooms. Alright, so that would be 10. I feel like 10 is a good number. No need to take more than... So I think after 10 it starts to fill up another inventory slot, so I'd rather not do that right now. There's some more. Whoa, who's there? You again? Come back here. Oh. Didn't like that, did you? Alright, goodbye. Search. Yeah, more ribs. Let that go.
I cannot break it just like that.
Can't break it just like that. No. More ferns. Morning glories. Take some more of those. Those could come in handy, possibly. You know what? I'm going to take these ferns just because these games often have multiple items that you can use for casting. Daggers, +2. Nah.
It's too sturdy for me to break.
Thank you. Corpse. Ooh, more rope. Another torch. Don't need bone. Where are we at with our morning glories? Okay, so we have herbs, water lily, 6 of those, 3 ferns. Alright, until we can figure out what to do with all these things or if they're even useful for spell reagents or some other use, we'll just kind of leave those behind. Grab another fern, so we have 5 now. Okay, broken shield. We could probably take that and, you know, repair it if we really wanted to, but I don't think so. Not right now. Alright. Moving forward. Large area. Go ahead and creep a little bit into here just in case. Another frog, seems. Okay. And we can go up here, which we didn't do yet. Go over here. Another fire pit. Let us cast. So, right, down, right, up. Nice. Okay. Corpse. Hooking us up with torches, that's always a good sign. Got so many short swords, it's not even funny. Alright. Not much else over here. And we already checked there, so let's go ahead and head up the stairs. Oh, new area already. Let us see if there's anything we missed on this level to begin with. We'd like to... Okay, so we haven't gone over here. I'd like to find that bat that ambushed us earlier and return the favor. What's this? This is... Okay. Oh, did I see something over there? I may have not. Ooh, there's another rat. Come here. I'm not a fan. Whoa, dodged it. That's pretty cool. Oh, missed. Gotcha. Nope. Oh, next one. Hey now. There we go. Alright. Let me guess. Uncooked ribs. We don't need that. We have plenty of ribs. Rat ribs and pork ribs at this point. Oh, nice. Okay, let's queue up a fireball here. Okay, so that was right, down, right, up, right, down, right. Right, down, right, up, right, down, right. Cast. Not quite full on kill, so right, down, right, up, right, down, right. Nice, alright. Getting the hang of the spells, it's always cool. Come on, little ones, let me help you out. Darn it, you bum poison. How dare you? Okay. I guess I wasn't really paying attention before, but it looks like that diamond in the middle there is fully illuminated. It means you can do your maximum damage. This game keeps impressing me with some of these technological feats. Oh, hey. While you're over there, let me just shoot you from over here. Here, down, right, up, right, down, right, and oop. That was a bad aim by my estimation. Right, down, right, up, right, down, right. See if we can hit quite. Alright, let's quit while we're ahead. We don't even have enough mana to do it right now, so. Oh, well maybe we did do a little damage there. That was cool. Okay, what's this? Bone. Don't need a femur today. Thankfully we've graduated from femur to club. And we have swords to fall back on, should we be so inclined. These do decent damage, so I'm okay with having some clubs for a bit. Okay. Looks like we're gonna make a little loop around here. Alrighty. Okay. Did seem like there may have been. Okay, this just connects over here. Let's fill in that little spot there. Alright. I feel pretty good about progress we're making, even though we haven't really moved the story forward. At least we're opening up more of the map. Seems like, I guess not. Some of this map is a little hard to read where the borders are, so I think we're going pretty well here. Over here. No. Definitely like that too. This gives us a little bit more definition on the map so we can see where the clear boundaries are. I don't think there was anything more over this way. Nope. Okay, come on. Hello, frog. Alright. Looks like we're doing pretty well in terms of mapping all this out. We have the stairs there. Let me check again. Map. Do things to the left. No, that was the fire pit. Just want to make sure we got this area pretty well cleared out. Yes. Yep, that's good. Looks like we can go down over here. And, whoa, big spider. Alright, they didn't see us yet. That was kind of a surprise considering I wasn't sneaking or anything. Uh-oh. Right. Right, down, up. Oops, no. Down, right, up. My bad. Right, down, right, up, right, down, right. Right, right, down, oh, what am I doing here? Down, right, up. Right, down, right, up, right, down, right, X. Not a good shot there. Uh-oh. This spider doesn't look like a... Oh, that one didn't feel good. Thankfully it's kind of slow. Otherwise we'd be in big trouble because I am hurting. How about we take potion? Not sure what that did. Probably did more harm than good. Let's find... No. Uh-oh. Watch out. Clear out. goodness. Good thing it's slow. Otherwise, oh, get off the wall. Alright. We're in trouble a little bit. Oh, good thing the poison wore off. Thank goodness. Whew. Not dead at this point. I want some cooked ribs. I'm just gonna munch over here for a little bit and come back and get that spider. Get some water. Okay. I'll go ahead and save it just in case that spider does us in. Okay. Oh no. Game over. Just like that. Good thing I saved because the spider was right around the corner. That's it, spider. We're gonna take you out. Can't end the game on that note. Alright. I think we're gonna wait here just a moment for our health to go to full, because that poison bite of that spider certainly does a number. Fern, maybe not a good idea. Lots of potions. I know one of them is a cure poison, but I don't know which color that is, so we'll have to wait on that. We'll eat the cooked fish. We'll eat a couple of those, get the health up. Then I think what I'll do is kind of preload the fireball so we can give a little fireball love to our spider friend. And we'll go ahead and save it since our health is higher. Okay, let's get this ready. So, right, and down, right, up, right, down, right. That didn't do so good. Ooh. Good, you got hung up over there. Let's have that. Up, right, down, right. Miss. Alright, this time we will not miss. Yeah. Alright, right. Down, right, up. Right, down, right. Get that ready. Fire. Oh, come on. That had to have done some damage. Right? Right? Come on. Let this build up a little bit more. Let our mana regenerate so we can do some serious damage here. There we go. So, right, down, right, up, right, down, right, X, fire. That had to do some damage, right? Right. I think it should have, but maybe I'm wrong. Right, down, right, up, right, down, right. Try again. Okay, that looks like it did do some damage because the spider was smoldering a little bit. Yes, I am taking advantage of pathing issues and not the greatest AI, but since this spider seems to be able to kill me with 2 hits maybe, I'm okay with that. Alright, right, down, right, up, right, down, right, and not so much. Alright, we're gonna keep trying. Maybe it's a little boring, I'm sorry for that, but I like to be alive, so we're just gonna have to kind of mess with this. If I miss again, I'll go ahead and try to bash it, but so far, I think this has a good chance of being successful. Right, down, right, up, right, down, right. Okay. That seems to maybe have hit a little bit. No. Hard to tell. I really don't know, but the fact that it's still crawling is a sign that it's probably not affected so far. It could be that it's even immune, I don't know. Right, down, right, up, right, down, right. There we go. Looks like that hurt him a little bit. Or her, I don't know. Come on. Whoa, alright. Oh, that, come on. My goodness. We have quite a bit. Oh my gosh. Just walked right over. Watch out. Look out now. Here I am dodging like it matters. This isn't a Connect game. Come on. How much health do you have? Good grief. Uh-oh. Not so good. Miss. Oh boy. Uh-oh, now you're getting nervous. Let me come smack you in the backside. There we go. Victory. Yes. Wow. That was a tough one. Seems like it may be immune to magic, so I guess we had to go toe-to-toe a bit. Let's see here. So we were going down this way, if I recall correctly. What? I thought I heard something that sounded sinister. All right, Mr. Rough Conqueror, welcome aboard. Damn spiders. Nothing in there. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I very much appreciate it. We've already been this way. Yes, I am standing while gaming. It's probably a weird thing, but ergonomically, it's a good thing to stand because we as humans probably sit too much. Sometimes I do sit, but right now I feel like standing. Kind of puts me in the game, especially because the TV is right in front of me. Because I can't play through. Well, you can play through the broadcasting software, but it does introduce some lag. So I definitely want to play through my own TV because it's much more accurate. Alright, so we had a couple options here. Have plenty of mushrooms, not the magic kind, unfortunately. Okay. Already been here. Alright, so we need to go back and find that staircase upward. Unfortunately, even though there is a pretty solid map system, I don't believe there's a indicator for where stairs are on the map, so more modern games spoil us in that way. Although that could be, maybe that's something up ahead, I don't know. Not quite. Nothing over here. Alright, this is a big loop. Big loop. And we still don't have
Can I
anything.
break it just like that?
Can't get to it, unfortunately. So we have to do a little backtracking. This seems to be the only progression in the game at this stage, because previously we came across some trolls who informed us that we're not their friend, and therefore cannot pass. And they didn't tell us how we would become friends, so it's kind of a sad thing, because I'm always happy to have friends of all different shapes and sizes and backgrounds, so maybe later we can become friends. I tried to see if I could give them money to be my friend, and no dice there. Okay, so this was the area where that spider tried to take us out. What's that? What is that? An emerald. Ooh. Maybe they like emeralds. Maybe we can bribe them with an emerald. Medicinal herbs. Still can't use them, but might as well collect them. Hey, look. This medicinal herb is between two ferns. Remember that series? Funny or Die? Take a fern. Come on, let's get the cursor on it. Come on, there we go. I don't think the ferns have much utility at this point, but I definitely could be wrong. These games definitely give us a lot of options. Piece of wood, don't need that. Alrighty. That giant spider certainly was our toughest battle so far, as the poison it delivered was quite virulent. Okay. Making our way, trying to go back to where the stairs were. And not finding success so far. I get a little confused. There's many different corridors, but that's okay. an eye out. What I think I'll do is bring up the larger map because it seems to give us a bit more detail, at least when we can not run into stuff. Once again, not run into stuff. Okay. Anything over here? Not really. Alright, we're going to just focus on sticking towards the left side and make sure we don't really run into... I think we've extinguished all the enemies in this area, with that big spider being the most deadly. And there's a morning glory, which I'm not sure. Okay, we definitely have been here. So I wanted to leave some flowers. Don't want to come in and destroy the environment too much. Okay, so it's not over here. So let's rule this area out. I think I'm just going in circles at this point. Oh, there we go. I guess this is kind of on the map, and maybe the stairs down. Or, yeah. Anyway, this is progress, so we're going to go up the stairs and see where that takes us. Attack power depends on the time you prepare to strike. Thank you very much. That's also true. Good to know. So for those who are joining us very recently, this is Arx Fatalis, which is
Lord,
essentially...
we have located an energy flux.
Okay, hold on. This is taking a turn.
Another one. Why are the immortals never content with their own dimension? But that is our eternal duty, I suppose, to ensure that the universal equilibrium is maintained. Where is the origin of the energy channel?
An otherwise unremarkable world called Exhauster. The supplicant expired before he could finish the communication. What should we do, Lord?
Let us send a guardian.
Ooh, a guardian. That sounds ominous. So there's immortals, and then there's these other beings. And they sound kind of bored. So I guess it would make sense if you're immortal. You probably would be a little bored with things. Got to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and save it because we've made a good amount of progress, and I certainly don't want to lose it. The last time we did was right before the battle with that giant spider. Alright, so we're now learning a few more details about what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe we are playing a larger role, and that's why we were jailed to begin with, because that's how this game starts. You essentially have some kind of a, looks like a magic cast about your head. You pass out, the goblin drags you to jail. You bust out of jail. Apparently they didn't think you could pick up a rock and throw it at broken or weakened bars. And then you're out of jail, you take out a goblin, you meet a fellow prisoner named Koltar, help him out of jail, and then you make some progress through there. Uh-oh, somebody's whistling. Who wants to... I'm sneaking right now, by the way. Before we move on too much, I'll just kind of recap a little bit more. So we met Koltar, we got out of our jail, we helped him out, made some progress through the dungeon, killed some more goblins along the way, killed some rats, killed some spiders. Along the way we found a goblin who seemed to be a sympathizer, although there's some politics and economics in this game where some humans are cool to work with goblins and vice versa. So what we found is there's a Lord Acerbius that is doing some shady dealings with the goblins for humans to sacrifice to a priest, or that this priest, was it Akba, is using to sacrifice for purposes we are not quite sure yet. This friendly goblin we met, Pulsius, has helped us by signing off on this trade letter. The goblins seem to be okay with humans who are trading gems. So that helped us get to where we are now. We came across another goblin who has informed us that they're apparently on strike. They have a union, perhaps, and we can't really make any progress in that direction. Then we came to a couple pathways that had trolls in the way, and they let us know that we're not friends, so we can't pass. I chose not to attack them because they were quite large, and considering I still have trouble with spiders, I opted not to attack them. So now we took a side path, and here we are. And we started out with basically no armor, just like a little man bikini, a Speedo, and a little strap. And oddly enough, our inventory slots have been the same throughout the game, despite not having a backpack or any kind of pack, fanny pack, you name it, pack, bag holding, whatever. Our first weapon was bones, femur to be precise, and along the way now we've picked up quite a few short swords. I don't know where you're carrying all these things, but can't complain. We need these weapons. Found some armor along the way, thankfully. Found a shield. Found a way to use an anvil to repair our stuff, even though it's kind of a risk because it's based off of our abilities, and that particular ability is called object knowledge. So we're roughly at this point about 3.5 hours into the game. I feel like we're making good progress. I don't know how we're still level 1 because it says I've gained a level a couple times, but I'm not sure it's given us the ability to upgrade some of our stats, such as strength, our mental energy, our dexterity. Because at the beginning of the game you're given a very specific pool that you can assign, and I chose for a little bit more on the dexterity side, a little bit lower in the mental side. Constitution has gone up a little bit. Then we have other abilities such as stealth, technical skill, intuition, which does seem to be pretty handy in locating hidden buttons and so forth. We have this ethereal link that seems to be most related to perception in D&D. Object knowledge, as we mentioned, for doing repairs. This is our casting ability, defense, ranged weapons, and close combat. So we're moving along pretty well. Thankfully, I've been saving fairly often, so just in case we unexpectedly are slain by a powerful foe, we can return to the action without too much of a hit to our progress. And that's a great thing about being able to save, because I remember during this time period it was sort of new in a console game to be able to save on the fly, so I'm happy about that. If you happen to be a fan of the Ultima series, this is essentially what Ultima Underworld 3 was going to be. It was meant to be a game that was proposed by Arcane Studios, but EA, Electronic Arts, stepped in and secured the rights to Origin. The developer of the original Ultima games and the Ultima Underworld games, and kind of put an end to that, unfortunately. So we didn't get Ultima Underworld 3, but we got Arx Fatalis instead, which is, you know, as someone who's played a good amount of Ultima Underworld 1 long ago, and a little bit of Ultima Underworld 2, this definitely feels a lot like those games. And Arcane took some inspiration from the Looking Glass Studios games like Thief. So also another favorite series of mine, which I played quite a bit. Part 1, some of Part 2, and finished Part 3 on Xbox. So that's kind of where we're at, and if Arcane sounds familiar, it's because they went on to make Dishonored 1 and 2. Finished 1, I'll get to 2 eventually. Got many games in the backlog, but hey, since I am not employed right now, I might as well start getting into these things, and I've had this game for a while. I just hadn't got around to it. This is on the original Xbox. I don't believe it's available anywhere else except for Steam currently, so it's not even backwards compatible on either 360, Xbox One, or Series X or S. So either you find an Xbox console, original Xbox, or get it on Steam. And this is our magic, by the way. It's a pretty cool casting system. We got, so far, Magic Missile, Ignite, which is very handy for lighting torches and fire pits to cook food on, Fireball, and Fire Field. And you can see the little runes at the bottom for like Ignite. It tells us which runes, so that it would be and Yok. So if we want to cast a spell, we back out and push the cast button, which is X. Then we have to do that movement. So for Ignite, as you saw, it was right, and then it was down, right, up. And then after that, you push X. But since there's nothing to ignite right now, nothing happened. But that's pretty much how it works. And then it draws upon the mana bar, the blue one. You can sneak, and you can crawl. I haven't really found the utility for that at the moment. The gauge at the very bottom is our light gauge, which is, you know, for those of you who have played the Thief games. Step in the shadows, lets you know that you're basically invisible. Step back in the light, and there we go. So let's open it up.
Welcome to Arx, sir. Go straight to the guard room and introduce yourself to Carlo, please.
Okay, that's quite direct. So one other thing I did not mention, along the way we came across a castle or a keep in the caverns that had been ransacked. This was just outside the Goblin Kingdom. And we came across someone who seemed to be the commander, named Ortiern. And he dropped on us all kinds of stuff that we need to go to the king and inform him that these marauders called Ilside, which we have not met yet, have invaded, and to give him the warning. He put a lot of responsibility on us, even though we're basically uncertain of our purpose, because you start out the game with amnesia. It's your cellmate or person in the adjacent cell that lets you know your name is Shagar. So you don't even know your name, let alone your purpose, and you're being told that you need to go do all these things. And thankfully during the conversation your character is not so much into it. It's kind of like, you know, I just kind of figured out my name. I don't know what's going on here. Can you give me a break? And the guy basically is like, no, you're doing this, because he's essentially incapacitated. So now I'm supposed to go warn the King of Arx, and now I'm in Arx apparently, so maybe we're on track. Although this guy wants me to go talk to Carlo, who I don't know. What's this? Can I Can I smash this? Let's see here.
I cannot break it just like that.
Well then, no. I just broke my club on it, and that's okay because I pretty much don't need clubs anymore. I have a few extras already. And you can punch things. Punching does seem to be kind of handy. But yeah, this has been a pretty excellent experience so far. This is definitely my first time through. I'm enjoying the ride and hope you are too. I hope it's bright enough over there. It looks like it is. This is one of the things for original Xbox games is they were sometimes a bit dark. Not all of them, but a fair amount. Alright, can I take a nap? I think I could use it after breaking out of jail and killing mini goblins and having a heavy burden placed upon my shoulders. Thankfully our armor is still doing okay, as you see in the left there. It's mostly green. Looks like this is quite a big place. Alrighty. Can we go here? Alright. And it seems to be quite a few spell options in this game, and which is also kind of a callback to the Ultima Underworld games. There were so many runes and potions and scrolls and, you know, so much to search for and look for. Like, I really like that. Like, you know, this is let's see, I guess this, I'd have to look it up. I don't recall if this is before Morrowind, but I don't want to go in there just yet. There's a little bit more I wanted to explore on the outside. I'll have to get back to you on that, but it's roughly around that same time period. So it's definitely not as large scale as an Elder Scrolls game. I can remember back when I worked at Software Etc., which is now essentially GameStop. I checked out Daggerfall, which was #2 in the Elder Scrolls series, and that was a nightmare. Not only did you have to basically have a patch even to run it, the map was randomly generated, so it was really hard to keep track of what was going on. Hey there. What are you doing?
You don't know me? I'm Alicia, and Gary the banker is my fiancé.
Well now.
One day soon we will be wed, and then I shall be wealthy and powerful, as well as beautiful.
Okay, now, a little vain, are
Do
ya?
you work with him?
Work? Like a commoner? Perish the thought.
Wow.
Why should I work when Gary is so fabulously rich?
Well then, I'm not a fan of you.
Oh, my dear Gary is so terribly industrious.
Okay. So I'm supposed to know these people. I guess that's a good sign as far as rebuilding my memory. Although Alicia let us know that we're a jerk for not knowing her, because she's apparently important. What about you? You don't seem too happy.
You should talk to Carlo if you want to apply for a job.
I just want to know what I'm doing. I really want to get a job. I kind of have a job. Your commander at this other castle tasked me with quite a hefty load here. Oh, good grief! There's lots of options here. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, the frame rate's taking a little bit of a hit, but there's lots of light sources and all that, so I'm okay with that. I've played games that have far worse frame rates. How about you? You gonna be nice to me?
Your health.
What?
Sir, I have nothing to say to you.
Wow, rude. How about you? You be my friend? The pig won't talk to me. Harsh. Broken stool. Alright, someone just threw a stool in the corner. That's kind of weird. Okay. Mice or rats? I don't know. We found rats and they're hostile, so I'm gonna consider this to be mice because they don't want to kill me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This is quite a town here. Got a pig running around and chicken.
Then I can take 2 Ilsids on my own.
There's a snobby lady and a rude lady and hey, I just said hello. Wow, alright. Rude again. I guess people in this town just aren't too happy. I guess if I lived in a place that had no sunlight at all, it might be a little depressing. Have no chance to go through the day-night cycle and get that pineal glands workouts, and your mood is definitely going to be a little depressed along the way. How sad. Okay, so we have many options here. Oh, there's a dog. That looks like the same kind of dog that I found earlier outside the tavern. Hey, can I be your friend? Or vice versa? I don't sound happy either. Okay.
Look, I have no money for you. Just leave me alone, will you?
Wow. Harsh. You know what? I bet I have more money than you, pal, after all the battles I've been through. Let's see. That wasn't very nice of you. I have 68 gold coins. I don't know if that's a lot, but I don't feel like I need to beg for money or anything. It's kind of mean. Goodness. Well, I just want to kind of flesh out the perimeter of this town and a door. Let's wait on that one. Just want to see how this perimeter is going here. This is not a hospitable place. Alright, so we've all done all this. Let's see, what's over here? Okay. Okay, some kind of crest over there. Looks like we're gonna have lots of places to explore. Oh, not you again. Stay away from Alicia. No offense to anyone else named Alicia, but that particular Alicia is not someone I like to be friends with. Ah, here we go. We've seen one of these before. It was all broken apart, so could be these are like a teleporter of some kind. We haven't really figured that out yet. Hey, is this Gary?
Come and visit my shop during working hours.
You said I want to come to your shop, man. Everyone's very presumptuous. Like they think they know what I'm talking about. What the heck? Child? That's rare. I don't see children in games too much.
That's it.
Skyrim comes to mind. Assassin's Creed 3. I don't know if any of you have played Assassin's Creed 3, but there's a... Watch out, kid. It's starting to remind me of Assassin's Creed 3. Like in that game, the children like mob you and go crazy on you trying to get money or something. I don't know. It's really bizarre. It's kind of creepy.
Hello, strange man. I'm Shani. Have you come to take me back? Ma and the guards are always telling me to stay out of here because things from the deeper levels can get in through the crypt. But I like playing with the stone heroes.
Tell me about the crypt, Shani.
Well,
Wow.
don't tell anyone. But one day, when the door wasn't shut properly, I went all the way down 4 levels.
It's a
It was
crazy
really
child.
Okay, I have to go now. See you later.
I feel like we saw that name before because there was a pig in that broken castle or keep. And I think it had that same name, so I wonder. I'll have to go back there later. Oh my god, kid, what are you doing? Seriously. So, who knows? Maybe that kid's a shapeshifter? Some other thing? I don't know. Okay, so this seems to go to the crypts where this child has somehow visited. No?
Look, I'm a bit too busy to talk right now.
Are you? Really? I don't think so. I am not so sure. Okay. There's quite a few options here. Creepy child, notwithstanding. Hey, there's somebody fishing. Maybe they're friendly. They have a dog and they're fishing, so I'd like to talk to you. Hey, buddy. What in the heck is going on with him?
My brother-in-law says that outside it's sunny, but if you're up there, you're all kept prisoner.
Okay. Are you all right there? This water seems a bit shallow to be fishing in. Although he has fish. Could take it, but that'd be mean. I already have my own fish. We don't need to steal from this man who seems very confused. I'm surprised there's sunlight. I'm not sure what to make of your gesture here. That's a bit creepy. People here are a little off. Like I mentioned before, if you live without sunlight, ooh, look at that. See, it always pays in these games, especially. Another unidentified ring. Maybe we can find someone in this town to identify the ring for us. Okay. Well, that guy's just living life, having a good time. We're not gonna bother him. The door. Nothing. This is quite a large area. Awesome. Plenty to explore. I like their decorations. Kind of gives a little life to the bleakness. Oh, look, another area that's blocking the path. That's what happened before at the castle that was damaged. The person there, Ortiern, let us know that conveniently there was an earthquake that caused the pathway to be
I'll never be able
blocked.
to move all this
So we
myself.
have to take the long way. But again, I guess there wouldn't be much of a game if you could just walk straight to the end. Perhaps we learn a spell to open that up later. Alright, so that's off limits. We check the larger map here. Okay. Miguel the blacksmith. I'm not sure why we're being informed of that at the moment, but that's okay.
Hmm?
No, not you again. Alright, well, you know what? Seeing as we have many different doors and pathways to take, and it's already been about an hour and 40 minutes I've been streaming, I think I'm going to call it here. We've done a total of probably 3 hours today. You know, I think that's pretty good progress considering we have about 3 plus another hour from yesterday, a little over an hour yesterday, so 4 plus hours into this game, and we're already making some excellent headway. So what I'd like to do is thank everyone for joining me. I hope to see you again sometime soon. I intend to stream pretty regularly. I haven't really created a schedule yet because it's kind of new for me, but as I'm not working currently, thank you, COVID, you know, I kind of jest with that because I do massage and chiropractic in my normal life, and since I can't do that virtually, and because we have a new variant and so many other things, I'm just trying to be safe, so I'm seeking work outside of the field for now. So until that happens, I will be free, and I'd like to share this game some more. So at some point soon, maybe tomorrow morning, I will be on again, and I hope to see you all. And again, thank you for your time. I definitely appreciate it. So until next time, I will see you later. Peace.